What's up? So today I'm going to be taking the opportunity to just roast some people who probably don't deserve it. Some of them do, but this has been a long time coming. You know, I love to just give my unsolicited opinion about everything and anything, especially if I hyperfixate on it. Stardew Valley has been one of my biggest hyperfixations since I discovered the game. Every time I play it, I just can't believe that such a beautiful, perfect game exists. And then I start thinking about how one guy made it in just as a human being, as just a random dude human who just made the best game ever. I just never get tired of it. I love it so much, but I don't love every character, but I love a lot of them. Or do I? We'll see. We're gonna tier list them because why not? So let's just stop wasting time and get right into it. We've got our tiers here. We've got all the characters, or most of them at least. I'm pretty sure this isn't every single one, but whatever. These are the ones that count. We've got perfection up here because there are several perfect characters. Besties, because you're not perfect, but you're still my bestie. I love you. Go off, which is just kind of neutral. Yeah, go off. I like ya enough. Yeah. Who? And that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't know who they are. It just means that they're slightly irrelevant probably. And I'm just who? And then on site obviously is I would love to fight this person. Absolutely have it out for them. They ruined my life just by existing. It's very death to all of them, Wendy Williams style. Just hate it and hate them. So yeah, who should we start with? Oh my gosh, how do we even, I guess we can start with Miss Abigail over here. Me and Abigail have a complex history. So I started out hating this bitch a lot because she was all over Sebastian. Sebastian, we'll get to him. I was pretty jealous, obviously. Very toxic trait on my part. I accept that. I totally own up to that. But Abigail did something amazing. And she kind of reached out to me and brought me into her world. I just wasn't even expecting this. I really didn't think we liked each other. I didn't think we got along. I did not try to be her friend. But I walk into her room and then she's you want to play video games? And we played video games and that was fun for me. And I really enjoyed that. And I was you know what? I like her. And the more I get to know her, I do like her. I really do. I'm not going to say I'm obsessed with her or that I love her. I'm over the whole Sebastian thing. The more I get to know her, the more I'm she's not even his type. She's a little bit, I don't know what it is. Maybe she annoys me just a little slight amount because she's so ugh, I hate this town. Ugh, I hate my dad. I hate my parents. And I'm an adult. I'm a farmer. I'm not trying to sit there and commiserate with this teenager about how unfair it is that she has parents. I don't know. I don't like Pierre either, don't get me wrong, but something about her has kind of just prevented me from loving her. I don't know if it's because she comes on too strong. She has a slight amount of pick-me energy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really, really going hard on Abigail right now, but I do like her. I would definitely say besties. I know that's surprising because I just went hard on her, but I do like her a lot. Alex, on the other hand, you already know how I feel about Alex. There is no forgiving Alex. He even looks like Goose from Animal Crossing. If you don't know, Goose is my mortal enemy in Animal Crossing. He's a jock, fuckboy, asshole, and so is Alex. Alex drives me up the fucking wall, okay? I cannot stand to even so much as look at this boy. I don't care that he has a sad backstory. Act like it. Be a little bit more humble, would ya? He's misogynistic. He's annoying as hell. He says things that are just so out of pocket. And you're what? Right away, he's oh, you're a girl? Okay, so you never heard of sports in your life and you can't even walk? You can't play sports? That's crazy. You don't even know what a football is? And it's what? What era is this guy living in? Shut up. Shut this man up. This is the type of man that needs to have his tongue removed. This is the type of man that needs to be locked up in a cage somewhere. I am so sick of Alex. Can't even believe he lives in our town. I like that he likes dogs. I like that he has a dog, that he's kind to a dog. I get it. I know that he has a sad backstory, but I can't stand him. I think he has a bad attitude. I don't want to get to know him. I don't like him. You already know it. It's just not even a surprise. It's on site with Alex. It is absolutely on site with Alex. All right, next we have Caroline. Caroline she's cool. I was definitely surprised by how much I liked her once I got to know her. However, I'm conflicted about something. So I'm pretty sure that Caroline is a cheating ass, trifling wife hoe. She's like a cheating ass wife, right? Like, is she? Did she totally but there's like something I'm conflicted on with her, and that's that I am not like prone to standing cheating on your husband, literally getting knocked up with another guy's kid and then like fooling your husband into thinking that that's his kid. I think that's fucked up. And I think it's pretty obvious, and like we all know, that Abigail is the wizard's daughter. Like, it's obvious. I'm pretty sure it's canon. The wizard says something about it. Abigail's always hanging out around the wizard's house. And Caroline says that she used to go walk to the wizard's house on the weekends. Caroline. My God, she doesn't act like it. She acts like she's like a goody-goody, and I get it. She might have been unhappy with Pierre, I'm not Pierre's biggest fan. I'm not pulling up for Pierre because I like him. I just don't think that's like the most ethical thing to do, especially for Abigail. Like, Abigail needs to know if that's her dad, you know? And Pierre, it's just messy. It's messy, messy, messy. Usually I like messy, but I'm not crazy about cheaters. You know, even though Pierre's like far from my fave, I just don't think it's fair for anyone. And I think Caroline, I'm sure she's living with a big regret, big secret, but I don't even know where to put her. Maybe, I don't know. I do like her. That's the thing. Like, I like her. I just don't respect what she did at all. Doesn't mean I hate her. I just don't respect it. I'll put her in who, because like at the end of the day, when this shit hits the fan, when Pierre does find out and he's walking through the town like, who knew? Because it's going to come out someday. The truth always comes out. And when it does, you know that I'm going to be like, who's Caroline again? Who's the wizard? I didn't know shit. What? So that's what that symbolizes. We are just getting started, aren't we? Here's Clint. Oh my God. So Clint could have a case for himself. I could feel bad for the guy, but we all know he goes about it the wrong way. You know, I feel bad for him. I get it. You want love. You're lonely. Aren't we all? Actually, I am literally happily married, but like most people want somebody to love. I get it. But he is such a creep. He's just that guy that thinks that Emily owes him something for being nice to her. You know, he's just pathetic. He's not even like that aggressive about it. Like, he's not like as much of an incel as I think people think. Like, he's never said anything about the friend zone. He's never been like, you women, you never give the nice guys a chance. Not to my knowledge. But he is weird about it. And there has been some occasions where he like made Emily really uncomfortable. You know, giving her gifts unsolicited, that's weird. Don't give people gifts if you like them and you're planning on like using that to make them feel guilty later on that they're not dating you. Please don't do that. Give people gifts without the expectation of anything, okay? And then there's this one cut scene where he's like, I get it. I'm happy for you. Like, he just goes on with this like soliloquy about, oh, woe is him. It's so sad. Who cares? Get over it. If someone doesn't like you back, I know it hurts. I really do. But like, you're not a victim, okay? Because someone not liking you back is not a wrong to you. It's not them doing you wrong. They didn't do anything to you. They're being honest with you. You just have to get over it. Totally just have to get over it. You are not a victim if someone you like doesn't like you back. Clint, it's on site, buddy. I don't have time for men like you at all. I don't have time for men like Demetrius either. What the hell? This is just bonk, 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 bonk. Demetrius could have been cool. That's the thing that drives me crazy about Demetrius. He could have been so cool. I love a science king, you know it. He seems cool at first. He comes off as really cool at first. I liked him a lot at first. But then you find out he's mean to Sebastian. So he's like that stepdad that clearly just doesn't care about his stepkid at all and really, really favors his biological kid, which is awful. Don't do that. And he's also an asshole about his biological kid. Because like, if you even look at Maru the wrong way, if you try to be her friend, he's like, hey, don't distract Maru because she's a scientist. I don't know if you know this, and she doesn't have time for your farmer shit. And it's like, what? She's an adult, Demetrius. What do you think? She's going to Harvard? She lives in Stardew Valley. Pelican Town. What is she really gonna do? Honestly, I'm sorry to say it, but like, what is she working on the Nobel Peace Prize or something? Is she trying to cure cancer? She's building little robots in her room. Not that that's a bad thing. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. I think Maru is a genius. She's a beautiful person. Demetrius is like, she's not allowed to have a life. She's not allowed to have friends. She's not allowed to have love interests. And it's like, what? I don't like that. Nobody likes that. That's weird. You don't have any ownership over your daughter's life. And I don't like it. And Demetrius, and like, then he's like, he picked that one time with Robin where he like picks up tomatoes at the store and Robin's like, I told you to get fruit. And I hate people like this. Well, tomato is a fruit. Well, actually, shut up, Demetrius. Just shut up. You know that the whole world considers tomatoes a vegetable. I don't care if they're technically a species of dolphin, okay? We consider them a vegetable. Get over it. Like, he should know that. Everybody knows that. Don't be that asshole that's like, actually, a tomato is actually a fruit. Shut up. We know. We just don't care. Here's the little guy. What's his name again? Dwarf, the little dwarf. So cute. I think he's like a Jawa. I like that he sells bombs and other dangerous explosives and stuff like that. I love getting bombs from him. I get so many bombs from him. I love him. I'm going to say go off because he's not like my best friend or anything, but he is adorable and I love him very much. I think the only thing I really don't like about the dwarves is I guess the dwarves fight with the shadow people with the Krobuses, and I don't like that. But you know what? It's none of my business. Honestly, I don't really know enough to pick sides. Always gonna pick Krobus's side, not gonna lie. But it's none of my business. I'm gonna just pretend it's not happening. As long as it doesn't happen in front of me. Also, I think that Krobus could kick your ass to next Sunday. So I'm not really worried about Krobus, but you know. Elliot is living in a world where I don't want to be and where none of us are. Like, he's just living in a different world, I think. And no one sees him the way that he thinks we do, I think, if that makes sense. He walks around like he is not only better than us, but that he's better than us. And we acknowledge that and agree and feel that. And we don't. And so it's just cringy. I know that Elliot's very much, you either hate him or you love him. I know there's tons of Elliot stans. And I was positioned to like Elliot. You know, I'm a writer. I enjoy writing. I think it's nice when men write and have long hair. Those are two things that I love. But Elliot does it in such a way where it's so annoying because he's like not in the world that we're living in, you know? He's in a totally different place and I do feel like he thinks he's better than all of us and I hate that. And so he just gives me a vibe that I don't like. I wouldn't necessarily say it's on site. I want to say who, because Elliot would hate that. If you were like, oh, Elliot, blah, 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 and I was like, who? And Elliot heard that I said that, he would have an existential crisis. And I think that's what he needs, honestly. He's just not for me. Emily, however, is for me. Emily is the type, that's why I'm bi. That's why I like girls, honest to God. Emily is everything that I love in a girl. She is the only one who I think has caused me to stumble, because if you know me and if you know my Stardew Valley journey, you know that I have a soulmate in this game, that I have a one and only, that I cannot play any other path, any other game without marrying the same person every time, because it's just too, there's no one that even comes close, except for Emily. I love her. I love everything about her. She is the right kind of quirky. She's quirky in a way where she doesn't notice, and she would never say that. She'd never be like, I'm quirky, but she is quirky. Like normally they're not quirky, but in her case, she totally is. She's just a weird girl. She's like the town weirdo, and I love her for it. She's genuinely so spontaneous. With her like cutscenes, you never ever know what to expect from this bitch. She's like, I'm learning how to dance, and then she does the most incredible dance routine. It makes you trip balls. You don't even know where you are because she's dancing so hard and so good. Golden buzzer shit. It's amazing. And then the next time she like finds an injured bird, and then the next time you're like fighting a bear. She's amazing. It always surprises you. She's doing cute little like the fashion thing that she does every time. Every damn time is a surprise with her. She's perfection. I love her. I just love her. Evelyn, my granny, obviously love her so much. There's not much to say about her. She took me in when I had no one. She was the first person who made me feel valued and loved and welcomed in the valley. She's my bestie forever. I don't understand how her and George make it work, but somehow they do. George has issues, okay? And I definitely went from I'm like, he's still alive? Like what? Every day it was just me and him, like we butt heads so hard. It's not quite to that level anymore. I don't hate George like I did. I really just wanted to see the day where they're like, oh, George passed away. That was how much I hated him. I kept going into the graveyard, like looking to see if there was a new plot. I swear to God. Hate to say it, but it's true. He was my enemy and he terrorized me. You know, I had every right to feel that way because he would terrorize me. He was awful to Lioness. I'll never forget him being like, get out of my trash. Like, it's your trash. Who cares? You can pick through my trash anytime, any day. That's what I don't get about any of y'all motherfuckers. While I'm out here, all of you are responsible for this. Mind your own goddamn business when I'm picking through the trash, okay? Someone had to say it. Why do they care? Why do they care? You know, I could go on and on, but George pisses me off the most in that regard. He does have a little arc, though, that I appreciate. I appreciate that he's just a frustrated man. He has a reason to be such an asshole. There are some people on this list and just out here that are just unchecked, horrible people for no reason. At least George has a reason, and he can be a nice guy when he wants to be. And now that he's my friend, I like him. I do like him. I'll say, go off, George. Go off, George. Do your thing. Be nice, sir, please. But also, if you aren't, that's fine too, because at least you have a reason. I am so sick of the governor. Is that him, the governor? I did not elect this person, okay? I have never, ever, ever, ever even been asked to vote. Who the hell voted him in? I'm not comfortable with the fact that he comes to my town, my small, sleepy, humble little town, and sits there in his dumbass, purple-ass zoot suit, acting like he's better than all of us. And he sits there and he wants us to slave over a hot stove and make him this soup that he's gonna eat and be like, this is not up to my standard. Like, you better impress me every single year because why? What do we even, I don't even get anything. I finally made the soup up to his standards and I was like, I bet I'll get some kind of a reward for this. Nothing. He's just like, thanks. I guess this year I will spare you the roast. I will spare you the dumping on your town, on your small little humble town. I am so sick of people coming to Stardew Valley expecting stuff of us. And we have to just impress all of these strangers. For what? I hate this guy. It's on site for sure. Next year, I'm poisoning the soup. Don't eat it. Grandpa's my favorite person ever. Me and him were so close. He left me the farm. He basically, he started this whole thing. He started my journey in motion. And he's always nice to me. I never experienced the mean grandpa that everyone talked about. I know that they toned him down. At first, he was like super, super harsh on you, but he's always been nothing but nice to me. He literally got me out of Joja and saved my life and brought me to my favorite place in the world. Grandpa is Grandpa's perfection. Grandpa is perfect. My grandpa, my ghost grandpa, I love that he's a ghost. You know, I always love a ghost. Fucking love that my grandpa is a apparition, is a poltergeist that can come out of the grave to give me feedback. I love that for him and for me. He's perfection. Then we have this guy, what's his name? Gunther. I don't know about Gunther's one of those people I think I just don't like him for no reason, honestly. The guy's a mess. He's a mess. He's a little weird. I don't like that he doesn't come to any of the events. A lot of people think it's because he's like a ghost or something, but I think it's just because he thinks he's better than us. I don't know what his deal is, and I just wish he was more of a part of the town. I don't like when I go in and he's like, I don't have a reward for you. And I'm like, I'm not here for a reward. I'm just here to drop something off for your museum that I had to pick up the slack after you let some loser take all of the artifacts and run off. And I had to supply you with everything. And that is how you play the game. It's literally just the game. I don't know why I take this shit so personal, but I do. I don't hate him. I just don't really like him. I don't know. Who? Gunther? Whom? I love Gus though. I think Gus is so sweet, right? Gus didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, Gus is a cool guy. He helped Lioness that one time and gave him food. He is just a sweet guy. I just think he's a sweet guy. I like his little cutscenes. I like getting to know him. He is the perfect town mascot. Everybody loves him. He's the perfect bartender. You can tell him anything. He's always like, hey, welcome in. I don't know if he's ever pissed me off or crossed me. Yeah, Gus is a bestie for sure. Haley. Another reason why I love girls. Come on, are we not so lucky? She is, where do I even start? She's just the best thing about life. You know, she's Haley. And not only is Haley gorgeous, beautiful, smoking hot, beautiful beauty of my world, Aphrodite, my gorgeous goddess queen. I love her so much. I love a mean hot bitch so much. Y'all know I love a mean hot bitch so much. And I love that she just kicks dirt in your face, but she's also kind of nice in such a mean way. She's like, oh, I like your makeup. Wait, are you even wearing any? That's a nice thing to say to someone. And then she's also a quirky bitch. I love that you unravel that she's not like other girls, but she doesn't present it that way. She's like, I want to have a photo shoot with a cow. Very Paris Hilton, very simple life, Love that for her. She's like, oh, I love photography. Photography is my passion. I just love her so much. She's so cute. She's so dumb. She's so mean, but she's so sweet. She's so blonde. She's so gorgeous. Ugh, she's perfection. Perfection, I said. Harvey. Harvey. You already know how I feel about Harvey. You either love him or you hate him. Again, there are so many Harvey stans out here. To me, Harvey reminds me of Mr. Harvey from The Lovely Bones, like serial killer ass, scary guy. He's scary to me. I don't like him at all. He's awkward as hell. I never got to know him. I don't even know what his cutscenes entail. So that's on me, I guess. If I'm missing out, I'm missing out. And guess what? He's all yours. Okay? I'm not trying to take him from you, girls and guys. I'm not trying to take him away from you. You should love that. Harvey is not my type. He has never given me a reason to like feel like allured or like I want to learn more about him. I really don't like that he's like, people are so healthy in the summer, but that sucks for me since I'm a doctor. Like you can think it, but don't say it. Don't say that you wish people were sicker so that you could make more money. That's like what we're thinking. We're like over here thinking that the cure for cancer has already been discovered, but they're not releasing it because the doctors want to make money. Like that's exactly why we're freaking out here and we don't know what to who to trust. You know, that's exactly why people are not getting their vaccines, Harvey, is because of that shit like that. When that shit comes out of your mouth, we need people to trust doctors and science, and you are not doing a good job of stewarding the people of Pelican Town scientifically as our doctor. I just wake up sometimes and he's like, I needed to do emergency surgery on you. And I'm like, okay, I'm traumatized. Wow. And he's like, you better be more careful. What the fuck? And I'm like, what? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, Harvey. It's on site, buddy. Joss. Is that how you say that? Joss. I love her. I love that she's like a little serial killer girl. I love that she's like a little Damien, Children of the Corn. Love that for her. Like if you get to know her a little bit more, she's like a creepy child. And I love that. She's like Sid from Toy Story. She like desecrates all her toys and stuff. I love her. Go off, Jess. Jodie. Jodie makes me nervous about being a mom. She's like just that mom who, I don't know, I get it. She's overworked and underpaid. I don't think she gets the help she needs. And I do feel really bad for her. But she's also that woman who tries to make you just as miserable as she is, I think, maybe. Like as someone who is about to become a mom and have a baby, I've had two types of people in my life. One, the first type of person is like, you're gonna love it. It's the best thing in the world. And the other type of person, which we all know we all know it's hard, but there's like those people who are like, just wait, your life's over. You're gonna be miserable. And it's like, who does that even help? Like, do you even like your kids? Like, why would you tell me that? I'm excited. And I know that it's gonna be hard. I'm not an idiot. You know, but like, you don't have to say that. It's just not helping anyone. And it's just annoying and it's sad that people have to do that. And I get that vibe from Jodie. I get that vibe of like, say I'm in Stardew Valley and she finds out that me and my spouse are expecting our first little pajama child. And she's the type that would be like, well, congratulations, but get your sleep while you can. You know, your whole life's about to change. You're not gonna have any time for yourself. So you better, and it's like, I know that, Jodie. Someone babysit for her for 2 seconds so she can just get a foot rub. I don't even know. I feel so bad for her. I would say with Jodie, because I do like Jodie. I don't hate Jodie. I think she's so pretty. She's like so gorgeous. I would say, you know what? I don't know, because I really don't like how she does that, but I get that she's miserable. I'm just gonna say go off, Jodie, I guess. Because even in a way, like when she's just rambling and ranting, I could even just be like, okay, go off, Jodie, whatever. With Kent too, I don't know. Kent makes me nervous. Kent sends me bombs in the mail. Okay, thank you, Kent. I don't like that he's always outside at the time that I know there was only 1 year that he wasn't around, but in that 1 year, I guess I got used to going through the trash at that time because I always get caught by his ass because he's standing right there kind of in the dark. I always get caught by his ass. He probably calls me the raccoon girl. I don't hate Kent. He's a nice guy. I get that he has issues. I understand. I just don't know him. I'll say who, because I give him his space, I don't know. And I know he's back from the war. He's been back from the war for like years in my game. Help your wife. Give her a damn break, would ya? Because she's not doing well. And you need to give her a break. You need to help your wife. Okay. There's my baby, Kroby. Krobus is my baby. I would say if it's hard, it's a toss-up, but Krobus might be my favorite character because you can't find him anywhere else. You know, there's always like a type of all of these people. Even my soulmate can find him in other games. I'm like literally married to him in real life. When it comes to Krobus, like he is such an original character. I just love him so much. There's no one out there like Krobus. He's so cute. I love him so much. I could go on and on. He's adorable. He's so cute. How he like, the wizard helped me write this letter to you. Cute rage. And when he turns to the side, there's something about his side profile that's so cute. I love that you can marry him. You know, someday I would love to try that but I will probably cave and love and still marry the same person I always marry. But I love Krobus so much. He genuinely changed the game for me. He makes it life worth living. Every day, he just gives me a reason to smile and want to move on. He's so cute. I'm thinking about him like when you first see him in the snow and he like shuffles away. Oh my God. What is that? What is that? I love him. Where's he going? What is that? What was that? So cute. I love him. I would die for Krobus. I really, really would. He might be my favorite character in the entire game. I love him. Leah is such a cutie. She's so gorgeous, so capable. She is just a dream. She's got some baggage for sure. She's got some tea that she comes with. I love that she makes me this gorgeous sculpture. I love that she's an artist. I just love her. I have never gotten so invested in her that I'm willing to take her away from her art life. I love that she lives all alone in a cabin thing in like Stardew Valley of all places, and she came from the city. I would say she's go off, Leah, because I just don't know her that well, but she's absolutely go off, bitch. Here's little Leo. I don't know him that well yet. I just started the whole Ginger Island thing, so I really don't know him that well. All I can say is that I love that he's like a feral child. I think he's like just a wild boy in the jungle being raised by the parrots. That's what I'm getting out of this. Love that for him. Go off, Leo. Be a feral wild child. Absolutely love that. Mayor Lewis. I just don't like him. I think I have my reasons also. I just don't like him. I never got a good vibe from him. And then when I find out that he thinks he's too good for Marnie, who is one of the hottest bitches in town, one of the baddest bitches in town, and he's over here stringing her along, and he's like, I can't get married because why? If anything, it's weirder that you're not married, Mayor Lewis. Doesn't that look good for people? Like, isn't that what we want as like a family man, blah, 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 blah. You're like a single guy in your 60s and you're out there like playing the field. That's not what we want for our mayor. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but the fact that he is stringing her along and playing with her heart and he's like ashamed to be seen with her, I can't stand him. And there's other things that he's done too. I don't like the way he talks to me. Okay? I just don't like him. I've never ever liked him. I'd love to fight Mayor Lewis in the mud. On a rainy day in the town square, I would love to scrap with 65-year-old Mayor Lewis. I would love it. Lioness, protect him at all costs. What can I say about Lioness that hasn't already been said? Everybody loves Lioness. Lioness is one of the most just grateful, caring, introspective people that I know. He always makes me feel comfortable. He always gives me just a reason to keep pushing on. I could go on and on. Lioness is perfection. Who's this? What's this guy's name again? What is his name again? What the hell is his name again? I just forgot. What's his name? Marlin. Yeah, Marlin is fine. Marlin scrapes me off the floor constantly. He goes into the mines and finds my lost shit. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm down there. I'm really not qualified to be down there doing what I'm doing. Being like a whole ass hero. Slaying monsters. That was never what I signed up for. I do enjoy it now and I do have to do it and I recognize that. But he's the guy out, he knows what he's doing, and him having to sit there and watch me go into those mines, me with a sword as if I like am capable of doing that. And then he goes down there and he again scrapes me off the floor, finds my lost shit. I can't fault him. He's awesome. He's a better man for Marnie, that's for sure. I totally ship him and Marnie. I would love them together. Marlon, go off. All right, I had to move myself down like I usually do because I haven't found a better way to do that. And we've got Marnie. I love Marnie. I think that she's a baddie. I love that she's out there getting it. I don't approve of her choice of men, but whatever. She deserves so much better. She's adorable. She's so cute. I do wish she was home more often in her shop because I am too dependent on this bitch. But I love her. Obviously, as a fellow animal lover, a fellow animal girl, you know I love my bitch Marnie. I would say Marnie is absolutely a bestie till the end. Ride or die for Marnie. Maru. I like the idea of Maru. I think Maru's made me feel a little weird a couple times. I think I chose a wrong answer with her, and just the way that she reacts, she's a little pretentious. She's a lot like her dad, I will say. I know that her and Sebastian don't always get along. She's sweet, she really is. She's very, very cute, totally my type, love a science baddie, but she hasn't captured my heart the way that someone in her position, someone like her normally would. Again, she could not be more beautiful. I'll say go off because I really do appreciate and respect and support what she's doing. I really, really do. Morris, obviously, fuck this guy. I don't even have the energy to fight him, honestly, because he got his ass kicked by none other than Pierre. Pierre, of all people, little simp-ass Pierre. Morris. Yeah, Morris who? Who? Right, like just completely who? Fuck Jojo Mart. Mr. Key, I think that he is not a scary person. I think he's on my side. I think he's fun. I like what he's doing, but he does scare me. He really does. The first time I ever met him at the bottom of the mine thing, like I knew he was gonna be there and he still scared the shit out of me. He scared me. I'm like looking behind myself to just make sure he's not like in the room right now because he does scare me a little bit. He gives me a weird vibe. I think it's just because I don't know why is he blue? Do we know? Is it paint? Is he human? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. There's a lot of unanswered questions, but I definitely think Mr. Key, go off with what you're doing. He's the type of guy, he's like randomly a billionaire. He has a lot of fuck you money and he does fun things with it. He's very much like he's doing like treasure hunts and he just wants people to have fun in life. And I love that. I moved myself back up because there's like a little stupid ad down there that I just didn't want it to be a part of what we're doing here. Let's see if this works for now. Okay, so Pamela, please get your shit together. I mean, she's nice to me, but she's not nice to Penny, her like angel daughter. And that's all you need. Like if you're a bad mom, like just be not a bad mom. Don't traumatize your child. Is it that hard? Obviously she's got an issue, she's got a problem, but like, it's affecting others around her. That sucks. She's driving the bus for my community, even though she's always drunk. What the hell? She's definitely the town mess, and we do need a town mess. That's the thing. We need a town mess, but I still worry, and I still can't respect her. She's also like in a cult, I think. She gets really mad if you're like, I don't believe in Joba. Is that Joba? Is it Joba? Boba? Joba? Yeah, it's Joba, right? Yoba. It's Yoba. Praise Yoba. I believe in Yoba, but like if you don't believe in Yoba, like it's okay. And she gets mad at you if you don't believe in Yoba. Is it Yoba? Now I'm going to be an idiot if I'm over here like saying it's not. It's Yoba, right? Yeah, it's Yoba. Okay, so she is really just like that drunk, bad mom, crazy religious person. I can't stand that. I would say with Pam, I'm not going to fight her. I will say who though, because she just, I'm not going to recognize her work because it's not good. Penny, I really do like Penny. I think she's very sweet. She's a little too sweet for me. I could never really connect with her because she just isn't my type. I don't love the thing she did with George where she was like, I'll get your mail. He's like, I get it every day. What? And she's like, no, I got it. Don't do that to anyone, okay? If they say they got it, they got it. Unless they ask you for help, don't fucking do that. That pissed me off a lot. Once I got the maximum hearts with Penny, I leave her alone. I'm gonna say who, honestly. Penny's a sweetheart, again, but she's not really a part of my life. I'm gonna be honest. Pierre. I wish he wasn't a part of my life. I just don't like him. What did he actually do? He just pisses me off. He's just annoying. Like I honestly can't even think of anything he did. I think it's just a lot of little things that have led to me I don't like him. I don't respect him. He annoys me. He's never said anything that I was like, hey, yeah, Pierre, I agree. I like that. I just don't like him, but I would he's perfect for the who. Even though he's like literally a part of my life, I have to go to him every day to buy seeds and shit. I'm still like, who? Who owns the store? What? Robin. You know that me and Robin at first we butt heads a little bit because she was making fun of my grandpa's farm and just saying that it was trashy and dusty. And that upset me. I usually, when I enter a new place, if you've seen me start new games, I am very defensive. I have my guard way up. So if anybody says anything that's just like slightly out of line to me, I'm like, you're my enemy. I hate you, because I'm so nervous. And so that's definitely how it was with Robin. At first, I thought Robin was like the biggest bitch alive. But now I love Robin more than life itself. I'm so lucky that she is my mother-in-law. I just love her. I love everything about her. Such a MILF, such a good mom, such a baddie. I love that she's like a carpenter bitch. Go off. I think that she is too good for Demetrius, to be quite honest with you. I absolutely stan her. Robin, absolutely a bestie forever. Sam is very much you either love him or hate him. I guess some people say that Sam gives them like high school student vibes, but I like Sam. I think he's really cute. I think he's the himbo. I don't think that Alex is the himbo. I think Sam is totally the himbo. I like Sam. I think he's a sweetheart. I think he's the type of guy that, like, if his best friend wasn't like my absolute soulmate, maybe. I'm not crazy about his Yu-Gi-Oh hair, but whatever. I do love Sam though. Sam is absolutely a bestie for life for me. And I think he's wonderful. He's such a nice guy. I've never had any issue with Sam. Such a nice guy. Cannot stress that enough. Sandy, fuck me up. Fuck me up. Kick sand in my eyes next time I'm in the Calico Desert. Please throw a coconut directly at my head. Sandy, Sandy, Sandy. I love her. She is such a bad bitch. She's just like such a mean bitch, but she's not. That's the thing. She has such beautiful resting bitch face. Gorgeous. She could fry me like an egg on the sidewalk with her eyes, but then she's such a sweetheart. Beyond so sweet. A simple daffodil will make this woman's day. She's so gorgeous. Her and Emily are besties. I would love for them to get together. Sandy is one of my favorite characters. She's perfection. She's perfection. I moved myself back down because I'm a mess. I'm sorry. I'm not a good YouTuber. Anyway, we are here. We are here. This is my soulmate. I won't go too deep into this, but Sebastian, I cannot physically love anyone else the way I love Sebastian. I am dedicated to this man as if he is real, okay? When I will never forget the moment I first saw him. It was like real life. It's like a real core memory for me. Just playing the game and then seeing I just didn't expect it. I'd never seen him before playing the game. I didn't expect this like emo hair, dark, like he's just so like the dark hoodie, the black, long, floppy hair. He's a musician. He's a gamer. He is perfect. He's such a good husband. I adore him. I adore all his little scenes, the little motorcycle thing. I love him. I love him. I love him like he's like 17 pixels, and I am dedicated to this man. Genuinely, I have a whole life with him. We have 2 beautiful kids together. He helps me around the farm. He says the nicest shit to me. I love him. He's the most perfect human character. The only one who might be a little bit more perfect is Krobus. He's absolutely the best human character. I would die for Sebastian. I would marry him in 1,000 lifetimes. I cannot play this game without being his wife. We are soulmates. I love him. Shane almost got me. I don't love taking care of men. I'm not out here trying to fix men. Some of his cutscenes, not like the one where you find him passed out, but the one where you're on the dock together, that got me. That pulled at my heartstrings a little. I love that he loves the chickens, and that's very sweet to me, but I am not out here trying to fix a man. I'm really not. I'm not out here trying to be someone's savior. I think it's so unhealthy. Shane is a mess, and he needs to work on himself. I will always love him. I think Shane is definitely a good friend of mine. When I first met Shane, I wanted to drown him. I wanted to throw him off the bridge. I wanted to tackle him. Just tackle him, bite his arm hard, draw blood to the point where they had to test me for rabies and shit. Like, I wanted to attack him. He was so mean to me. It was like my first day, and he's like, "Do I know you?" And I'm like, "Do I know you? No, but I'm new here and I'm supposed to talk to everybody for like my goal." Asshole. He was such an asshole, but he opened up to me, and we became friends, and he sends me whole entire pizzas in the mail. He's an easy guy to please. I love that his character is such a jerk at first, but you can, get under his tough exterior. He has this real, very deep character arc. I love all that. He will always be a good friend of mine. Thank you for the blue chicken. Appreciate it. But it was never going to be more than friends. Then we got Vincent here. Okay. I don't know. Vincent's just a little boy. Can't fault any kids. I would say go off, Vincent. Be a child and have fun in the valley. I don't know. Yeah. I can't say, I don't know. If anything, Vincent is even like a who. I hate to say it. It's not always mean. I'm a little bit like, who? Oh yeah, Vincent. Good old Vincent. Okay. Keep playing outside. I don't know. Keep doing your schoolwork. Yeah, Vincent's fine. Willie, he's very nice. He he's nice. He's nice. He's not like my regular friend, like type group. I'm not the type of person I would normally be friends with. I'm, a vegan and I'm not crazy about fishing and stuff. I hate fishing in Stardew Valley. Absolutely fucking hate it. Hate it. I just learned how to fish like a month ago. And even then it's hard for me. It's very hard. So, and he just is associated with fishing, which is like a trauma of mine in the game. But he's very nice and that's cool. So I will say, go off, Willie. He's passionate about something. He's never been anything but nice to me. So I will just, keep doing what you're doing. Go off. And then last but not least, kind of a weird place to end it, but we got the wizard. I love that the wizard is such a mess. Like everyone else in this damn town, but he's like such a mess. Like you would expect that of everybody, that the wizard, the mystical wizard, that he would have his shit together, that he wouldn't have any tea or drama. But this man like fully knocked up a married woman. He has like an ex-wife that's like fully a witch, which I wish she was on here. I've never met her in my life, but I stan her so hard just because he's tripping for this witch. He is just kind of a mess of a guy. He's really nice. He's given me like powers and stuff. He gave me the power to talk to the Junimos. I love that. He didn't have to do any of that. I think it's great that we in our town have a wizard in the woods. I wish that every town had that. So I am a big fan of the wizard, even though he's a mess. I would say for the wizard, go off. Keep being the town wizard. Please don't stop what you're doing. Love that for you. And yeah, I moved myself back up again. I am sorry that I, again, am just such a mess having to move myself around. I am pretty sure that's not how most YouTubers do it, but I am not most YouTubers. I don't know how y'all do this, and I don't care, and I don't think you care either, hopefully. But yeah, that's my list. Let me know down in the comments who you want to fight me over, who you agree with, who you disagree with, all that stuff. I just love you guys in the comments. You're so funny. Unless you're not, but usually you are. And yeah, until next time, I will see you when I decide to make another video.